Yeah, that's right, Chris. And the citrus production in the state of Florida has dropped significantly in recent years, going from production of 200 to 240 million 90-pound boxes of oranges per year in the early 2000s. Just this past year, less than 15 million boxes. Now, that said, the CFO of Tamiami Citrus says if Hurricane Ian never hit us, that production might have been double, which is still a far cry from where we were just 20 years ago.
A lot of groves lost anywhere between 60, 70, 80% of their fruit from the event of the hurricane.
95%, nearly all of the orange groves in Florida were impacted by Hurricane Ian in one way or another, explained Tamiami Citrus CFO Ron Mayhem. Ian just piling onto problems growers have had to overcome in recent years, he said.
Smaller growers that haven't been able to keep up at all, mid-sized growers like ourselves, we're struggling to keep everything going.
Like greening disease, a bacteria that can reduce production or even kill a grove.
Well-producing grove could produce 300 to 400 boxes the acre. With greening, we were at 200, 210, 250 boxes the acre. If you could get in at that level, you're barely making money at all.
But Mayhem says the industry may have found a solution that actually works. New microbial injections into the trees help fight the autoimmune response that occurs from the green disease bacteria.
So if you get your production level backs up to that 300 plus boxes the acre, it's profitable and you're able to create meaningful levels of production.
But there's one problem.
It's expensive, both in terms of labor as well as the product.
Not only growers dealing with reduced production, they're also patiently waiting for promised disaster aid from the federal government. While FDA has the money ready to distribute, how we'll get it to growers hasn't passed.
It really depends, I think, a lot on getting that disaster relief out to help us keep the groves going and get them back into production.
As for this year's crop,
we have a reasonable crop that's out there on the trees. If we're able to keep it on the trees and get it harvested, assuming there's no hurricane, we should have a crop that certainly would be bigger than last year because of the hurricane impacts, and it should get us on our road to recovery.
The citrus industry will get an estimate on production in late August, early September, with harvest in the fall, but growers won't likely see revenue from that crop until the winter months. Meteorologist Andrew Shipley, Fox 4.